Hi, Scott here, and I'm the host of the podcast Other Record Labels. And today I want to talk about creating a label sampler for your label. When you are in the process of starting a record label or thinking about starting a record label, one of the things that you're going to want to do once you start to get artists under your belt or a couple releases under your belt, maybe this is something you do in the first month or the first year of starting your label, is creating a label sampler. When I interview labels, this idea goes back decades and decades, where people would make a CD with like 23 tracks or like 40 punk tracks. And it would be like this music where people would discover, if I like Nirvana, then if they're on this sampler, then I'm going to find out about bands that are on their label that sound like them. It was such a huge thing. But one of the things that I love about this is how, as a listener, I love labels, and there's a lot of people that love labels, or they love an artist on a label. Then they go to that label and they want to find more artists that are similar to that. Well, the easiest way to do that is to pop open a Spotify playlist of all of your artists. And so as soon as you have, do this with 3 albums, it doesn't matter. But as soon as you have enough artists to do this, then it's important to create a label sampler. Now, all of these tips I'm putting together on how to start a record label, you can get at otherrecordlabels.com/checklist. One of the things is an ongoing Spotify playlist. That's something I have. A lot of labels have that. There's a lot of labels I'm surprised that don't have that. It's such an easy thing to do. And it's so helpful because there was a label I was interested in just a couple weeks ago, and I searched their name on Spotify, and a playlist came up and it had just like 2 songs from one of their releases. But when I find out about a label and I think that their aesthetic looks cool, I want to kind of quickly and easily, without as many barriers as possible, deep dive into their music to see if I'm going to be more interested in it. So in the old days, they used to do a 7-inch or 12-inch or CD. And I know a ton of labels who still do cassette samplers. Those are awesome, and continue to do those and aim to do those if you can. But the easiest thing you can do is put together a Spotify playlist or an Apple Music playlist or both. You can also do a Bandcamp sampler for free downloads. So you upload a bunch of songs and then people come to your Bandcamp or come to your main page and they can get the sampler right away. And then as you get a little bit bigger, you can do a CD sampler or a cassette sampler or a vinyl sampler even. That would be really cool. You don't see those very often. They're pretty costly, but samplers are such a great way for people to get into your label. I did one on CD with my label in the first year. We were signing a bunch of bands. We even put some demos on there because the bands hadn't even recorded a record yet. And I think it had a really big impact. I still have some of them on CD now. And I think we sold them for $5 kind of as a fundraiser, but it was free download, or maybe we gave them out. I'm not sure. It was kind of like a fundraiser, but yeah, it was a really cool thing. And it started to introduce fans of your label, fans of you, fans of your band, fans of one of your bands to all of your artists on your label, and it's a no-brainer. You can get this and all of our tips at otherrecordlabels.com/checklist, and please subscribe to this channel to grab all of the videos. Thanks for watching.